Let's start with the truth bomb. Humans are messy. We laugh, we cry, we spill coffee on our favorite shirts. Amidst this beautiful chaos, there is something powerful hiding in plain sight. Vulnerability. This is the secret source to deep, authentic connections. Imagine going through life with a protective shield, never letting anyone see the real you. Sounds lonely, right? That's because it is. Vulnerability is the glue that binds us. It's what makes us feel alive and connected. When we dare to show our true selves, we invite others to do the same. It's like a heartfelt hug in a world of awkward handshakes. Vulnerability brings authenticity, and authenticity breeds trust. If we want real, meaningful connections, we need to lean into this discomfort. From a psychosocial perspective, vulnerability is fascinating. It intertwines with our deepest needs for connection and belonging. Think of it as the social glue that holds relationships together. Renowned psychologist Erik Erikson emphasized the role of vulnerability in his stages of psychosocial development. He argued that trust and intimacy are built when we allow ourselves to be seen and known. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's about showing up authentically, even when it's uncomfortable. When we reveal our true selves, we foster genuine connections. This is because vulnerability invites empathy and compassion. When others see our struggles, they relate to us on a human level. By embracing vulnerability, we create spaces where real, meaningful interactions can flourish. Authentic connections are the gold standard of human relationships. They're the kind where you can talk for hours without looking at your phone. Vulnerability is the key to unlocking these connections. When we share our true selves, we invite others to do the same. It's like a chain reaction of authenticity. Imagine telling a friend about a tough day. You're honest about your struggles and fears. Instead of judging you, they open up about their own challenges. This mutual exchange of vulnerability fosters a sense of trust and understanding. It's the foundation of any strong relationship. Section 4. Practical tips for embracing vulnerability in daily life. Embracing vulnerability doesn't mean spilling your deepest secrets to everyone you meet. It's about being authentic and open in your interactions. Here are some practical tips for embracing vulnerability. First, start small. Begin by sharing minor vulnerabilities. Talk about a recent mistake or a fear you have. Gradually build up to deeper topics as you feel more comfortable. Next, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Accept that it's okay to be imperfect. Self-compassion makes it easier to share your vulnerabilities with others. Then listen actively. When someone opens up to you, listen without judgment. Show empathy and understanding. This encourages mutual vulnerability. Section 5. Anecdotes to illustrate embracing vulnerability. Story time. Let's talk about Lisa. Lisa was always the strong one. She never showed weakness and always had it all together. But inside, she felt isolated. One day, she decided to open up to her friends about her struggles with anxiety. To her surprise, they didn't judge her. Instead, they shared their own struggles. This mutual vulnerability brought them closer than ever before. These stories show that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a pathway to stronger, more authentic relationships. Whether in personal or professional settings, embracing vulnerability can transform interactions and build deep connections. Section 6. Conclusion: the essence of vulnerability in meaningful relationships. In conclusion, vulnerability is the cornerstone of authentic connections. It allows us to show our true selves and invite others to do the same. From a psychosocial perspective, vulnerability fosters trust, empathy, and compassion. It's the social glue that binds us together. By embracing vulnerability, we create spaces for real, meaningful interactions. Whether it's sharing a fear, admitting a mistake, or simply being ourselves, vulnerability deepens our connections with others. It's not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. So let's dare to be vulnerable. Embrace your vulnerability and watch your relationships transform into authentic, meaningful connections.